Hello, everyone. We would like to welcome you to our ELIXIR AI engagement call, where we would like to talk about the roadmap for the upcoming year, for year 2025. We will be talking about what we have planned, a bit about our team, what we are working on, will be working on, and all that. So I would like to start with the team presentation and introduction, since there were some changes in the last few months. And this is the current setup of the team. I am now the lead analyst for the Life Science AI, and also the ELIXIR Compute Work Package 2 co-lead, together with Miska, who is our architecture colleague. I would also like to mention Jakub Kriš, who is supporting me with the analyst role. Yeah, you can see him, he's waving right now, and will be also my backup. Other colleagues that I would like to mention is Jan Pavlicek and Petr Bolha. They are the technical consultants. We'll be working very closely together on resolving any requirements, any new features, and yeah, whenever we need any technical support or some insights, we will always reach out to them. And last but not least, colleagues to mention are Martin Kuba and Petr Leni. They are our architectures as well, together with Miska. And we were all working on the roadmap for Life Science AI for this upcoming year together, so that everything is in place. But it's not only us. I also would like to mention our 12 more colleagues that are working with us. Those are developers, user support, and others. You might have been working in the past with our colleagues who decided to leave the team. It was Jana Bruncová, Dominik Bučík, and Slavek Litzehammer. We would just like to continue their legacy, and hopefully everything will go smoothly like it did in the past. So now I will hand over to Petr Leni, who will be introducing the new features now.
Hello, everyone. So the team has been working continuously on fixing issues in the technology and coming up with new features. And today we have decided to highlight 4 of these new features that I want to bring to your attention, that they are now available, or in case of global search, they are coming soon. First, our team has been focusing, among other things, on coming up with more generic standard solutions that we can deploy more easily and faster. First step towards this goal is a new type of propagation, which creates a generic JSON file with all the information that's necessary for access control, and is able to propagate this file to service providers. So this is replacing our previous approach, where we were implementing new functionality, new piece of code for every service provider separately. So we're hoping this will streamline things. Next slide, please, Christina. We have prepared a new feature called pre-approved invitations. This allows group manager or group admin to send an invitation to their group to another user in the system. This invitation arrives as an invitation link in the email. And when it is accepted, it is also approved automatically, because the idea is if somebody sent it, they know what they are doing, so they don't need to come to the system again and approve it manually. The person who sends the invitation out is logged in the system as the approver. The goal of this is to streamline the registration. Next slide, please. Another feature that we have recently developed is enabling hierarchy in virtual organizations. The goal of this is to simplify the registration workflow, as highlighted in the diagram. So if this is incorporated properly in LS AAI, we are hoping that we can go down from 3 individual registrations, like for the BNB, down to just 1 in the ideal case. Another thing is that once virtual organizations are organized in a hierarchy, this is simplifying membership management a bit, because the membership in the lower level virtual organizations is driving also the membership in the higher level organizations. Now, let me note that this feature is currently mainly intended for the administrators of LS AAI, who can then set up all these things for you, but the impact is on the end user. Their experience should be better. Next slide, please. And finally, this is a feature that is coming soon, and it will have a phased rollout. So we will enable it for roles like bio admins first before it comes to more users, so that we can properly test it and see what kind of impact it has and gather feedback on the experience. The goal of the global search is to complement menu navigation. So if I want to get to an object such as virtual organization faster, I can just type its name and get there. The intention is not for this to serve as an analytical tool where I would be able to search for a user who is a member of a particular group and accessing a particular resource. We are not aiming for that. This is really mostly about navigation. It will work for users, for virtual organizations, groups, and facilities initially, and then we will see what the feedback says and how to improve it further. That's it for the new features, and I will hand the word over.
Hello everyone, I will introduce you the ELIXIR service migration on which we will be working in the following months. The goal of the migration is to connect ELIXIR services directly to the LS AAI instead of using the ELIXIR proxy, which was not currently visible to the users. This will reduce the complexity and amount of daily operations on our side, and we will have more time on the improvements of life science AI. The requirements for membership in the ELIXIR VO and requirements for accepting ELIXIR usage policies will still apply to all ELIXIR users. As we prepare all the technical aspects on our side, we will also need cooperation from the service providers. We will need them to prepare for the change of attribute scopes from the elixir-europe.org to lifescience-ri.eu. I also included the example on the slides for a better understanding of what this change means. This change is relevant to the edu-person principal name and edu-person unique ID SAML attributes and their OIDC equivalents, which are subject identifier and preferred username. Because the scope change can be problematic for some service providers, we will still temporarily release the ELIXIR scope and service providers will have more time to adapt to the new scopes. We will also temporarily release the edu-person entitlement attribute values in both ELIXIR and LifeSense scopes before everyone will be able to adapt to LifeSense scopes in the values. And when everything will be ready on our side, we will contact everyone with detailed information. And we are keeping the same approach which was used for the BBRE service migration, and as it had smooth progress and everything was successfully completed. Next slide. And I will hand the word to the next speaker.
Yeah, so about these notifications, what we have planned as well for this year is to send out notifications for scheduled downtimes. This solution is to inform the interested parties about any scheduled downtimes that will be happening. We'll be creating new mailing list or mailing lists that will depend to be able to fulfill this purpose. And we will be also using these mail lists to share information after any outages. So if there will be any outage or any issue that will be happening, we would be also informing everybody within the mailing lists about what's happened and all that. We also wanted to mention shortly the milestones and deliverables that we are working on currently. The first one that I would like to mention is the milestone that was focused on the end user-centered evaluation of our AI user interfaces. We would be using for that a survey that is already created. At this moment, it is in pilot phase. So we will be doing some internal testing to ensure that everything goes smoothly. There are no issues. And once this is all done and completed, we will be distributing the survey to service providers. Right now, we have planned to have it open. I mean, the window for answering the surveys for about 2 weeks. We might be prolonging it depending on what's the status afterwards. And there will be also one more survey that we would like to distribute. And for that, we would like to ask the service providers to distribute that survey to their end users. This will be probably sent out via email to inform the service providers and ask them for support, but that is yet to be agreed on. So this is something that we would like to do, but there are still some things to figure out. And next to the milestone, there is also one deliverable that is relevant here. And that will be including guidelines for service providers on how to design any AI-related user interface. So we would like to create more of like a visual guidelines on how, for example, login page should look like, how the text part or how it could look like, any buttons and all that. On that, we are currently working on. So once this will be finished, we would also like to distribute it to everyone so that we have a unified web pages or any user interfaces there. And for this, I will also hand over back to Petrolani.
Okay, so one of the projects in which we are participating is called EOSC and Trust. I believe many people in ELIXIR will be familiar with that. The goal of the project is to build a European network of trusted research environments, basically environments within which you can safely work with sensitive and very sensitive data without having to be afraid that it will leak out or somebody would steal it, while still being able to execute workflows on the data and basically do academic research. The project has 3 years. In the first year, which was mostly 2024, everybody in the project has been working on looping architecture, both the general one for the environments, but also specifically for the triple AI component. Now, you may notice it's triple AI, not just double A. So the new thing that is being explored within the scope of this project is auditing and accounting infrastructure, besides the existing authentication and authorization one. This year, the main focus is on working on pilots or showcases to be able to show that we are able to solve use cases which are coming from the drivers. And these pilots or showcases will be built and integrated with LS AAI. Our hope and goal here is that by being involved this early in the project and actually building something with LS AAI included, it will be ready, or it will be among the first to be ready to adopt these trusted research environments as new services. Next year, 2026, there will be final blueprint architecture, and this one will be shaping the further development of LS AAI so that we can bring these trusted research environments to you. Next slide.
And for the GDI topic, I would like to ask Martin Kuba if he can talk about it a bit.
Hello. So the LS AAI is used in the European Genomics Data Infrastructure project, more precisely in Pillar 2 or Package 3, which is called deployment on 1+ million genomes national nodes, where the aim is to create a European network for sharing genomic data. LS AAI is one of the products which are included in the starter kit, together with others like user portal or beacon network, or the part which is for processing data. Just this month, GDI is finalizing the requirements for minimal viable product, which specify what is required from LS AAI. So one thing is that it should store users' consent to terms and conditions for querying a beacon network, and then issue the passport visa with this information according to the Global Alliance for Genomic and Health specifications. I say should because the terms and conditions are not written yet, and the requirement before something like this can be, before the visa can be created, is that the URL for these terms and conditions must exist. LS AAI also collects the controlled access grants visas, which specify which user has access to which datasets from multiple RAMs, where RAMs is the resource entitlement management systems. And LS AAI acts as a passport broker, so all the collected visas and issued visas are provided together in a single passport to the services which are called clearing houses in the terms of the GA4GH passports. And I hand it over.
So for the vision, Petr, if you could shortly comment.
Okay, so what we want to commit to and what is our vision for LS AAI is to continuously maintain a leading edge software stack. So to keep our software updated and use and enable and give you the latest features that are available in the AI domain. We will be looking into compliance, security, and usability for working with sensitive data so that we come closer to requirements that communities are mentioning. And we are building or renewing the cooperation with the Finnish CSC organization. They will be, the goal is for them to be involved in the LS AAI so that it's not just one organization running and everything, and so that we try to reduce the single point of failures that may be possible. Next slide.
Thank you. Now for the wrap up, we would like to mention a few takeaways from this meeting, or if you are to take away something from this, it will be it. We have a new team formed. We're committed to support you whenever needed, and we are here for you. So feel free to reach to any of us, and we'll be happy to help you. We will have some service migrations that are coming up during this year. We will be informing everybody about them well in advance, so everybody can be prepared and ready for it once it comes. We also have more engagement calls like this one planned. The next one, which we know for sure that will be happening, is the survey evaluation. And we would like to combine it with Ask Us Anything session. I was talking about the survey before, so once we have it ready and all the results are in, we would again schedule an engagement call. We will talk about it a bit together with our colleague Paul, who was helping with us, and we will kind of do like a merge session. And yeah, together with the requirements, any needs, feedback, please reach out to us. We're here for you. So this will be the end of the presentation and of the recorded part. Thank you all for your participation, and we can now move to the discussion part.